Okay, guys, just so you know, I'm like really nervous, so bear with me. I don't even know how to talk in a mic. I've never talked in a mic before. All right, so I grew up in the church. I knew of Jesus from a very young age. Um, so I fully understood like who God was, and I knew that He was always there for me. But when I was younger, I was very alone. I had my dad, who was pretty much my best friend through it all. He was just like my wingman. We always went just everywhere together. And pretty much, so when I started growing up, I started to realize, oh God, like my dad's not there anymore. He started going on business trips. He was never really there. So I kind of had lost my best friend. Oh, I had lost my best friend, and I was super alone. Towards junior high, I started having like a lot of self-doubt, and I started getting into the wrong groups. I started drinking. I started doing drugs at a very young age. I just became so empty. I had this hole in my heart, and I was like, who is this God? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't have anybody here. And so while I was in junior high, I had fallen in love. I found, I was like, oh yes, like I got this new boyfriend. Like, so I found all of my answers in him. And I was like, okay, God, I feel happy again. I know what this is. So like, I got another best friend, and I was with him for on and off for 4 years. And in the middle, for about 2 years of knowing him, I'd gotten a scare from God. I was hanging out with my bad friends, and I had gotten both high and drunk at the same time, and I was riding my bike. And I thought it would be all cool. I'm like, all right, let me go, pedal this bike into the street. And so I almost got ran over. The car had to swerve, and I kind of got back on the street, and I was like, I go back on the sidewalk. And I was kind of like, all right, like, I could have really died. So I kind of decided, like, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore. So I quit doing all of that. But I was still empty. I was like, all right, the only happiness I have is in this boy, and it's like, all right. But then I had lost the boy, and I became extremely depressed. I became suicidal, and I developed like eating disorder, and I was cutting, and I developed ulcers, and it's pretty much like what happened was every time I would eat, I would go like a couple days without eating, and when I ate, I would throw it up because my body was like, what is this? This food? I don't understand. And I woke up every day for 8 months wishing I hadn't. And it's just an extremely hard thing to deal with. And then finally, I go to Calvary. I didn't mention that, but at the beginning of the year, we have these camps, and we go up on a mountain for 3 days. We just worship God, and we kind of get just right with Him. And but finally, like during one night of worship, I was just really pouring my heart out to the Lord, and I kind of realized like I am empty without you. Like I really need you to show me more. And I had just in that moment rededicated my life to Him. And He just kind of broke me down and showed me, like, it's okay that your dad's not there. It's okay that you feel all alone. Like, I am here for you. I love you so much. And the very next day, I had gotten baptized. And flip it. When I had gotten baptized, I was walking into the water, and I was bawling. I get so emotional all the time. I'm just a little whatever. But I'm walking down to the water, and like my pastor, who I've known for 14 years because I've been going to the same school forever, and he dumps me into the water, and the feeling that you have when you come out of the water is like I was just a whole new person. that hole that I have been struggling with from a very young age was just filled with joy, and I've not felt it since that day I came out of the water. And, oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Okay. And every day, like, the Lord has worked in me every day. I still struggle with depression sometimes, but it's just so you know, like, I'm closer with the Lord more than ever before. I'm working towards becoming a psychologist for traffic slaves, for child traffic slaves. And even though I'm still struggling, like, the Lord continues to show me something new every day, and it's just so crazy, and I don't know why I'm like, but I'm actually really happy. I'm probably crying because I'm happy. The verse I want to share with you guys is John 16:33, and it says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In the world you have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world."